Alright, top 10 Isekai anime where the MC look weird but overpowered as hell.
You certainly can't judge a book by its cover, and the same goes for those juggernauts. In hindsight, they might seem like weak people and
Saitama,
average
damn.
looking. However, in reality, all these characters we will talk about today are juggernauts. Gods amongst
this is
men,
gonna be
but
like
even
a
gods
classic
feel
in
threatened
this
by their
one.
powers, and try to find a way to either win them to their side or kill them. Today's subject will be about the top 10 Isekai anime where the main character looks weak but is actually overpowered as hell. So, before we start, be sure to hit the subscribe button and press on that bell icon of the following spoilers. Coming in at number 10 is Death March to the Parallel World, Rhapsody. Imagine being sucked into a mishmash of games you've been debugging as a programmer. Talk about first-person testing. After being stuck to that world and before even having a tutorial to get a hand in this new
I already seen
environment,
this one.
Sato is attacked by a huge army of
That's the
lizardmen that he
magician,
shatters
right?
and
Yeah,
destroys
that's him.
accidentally using a meteor attack.
Pretty good anime,
He doesn't
actually.
only just shatter an entire army of lizardmen and take their loot, oh no. He also maxes out his level on the first few seconds of being transported to this new world. I mean, if that isn't overpowered as hell, I don't know what is. It's like typing in the admin controls toggle God mode, and just like that, he has access to every ability, skill, class, everything you just ask, and he will deliver. And of course, since it's an isekai, having a harem of cute girls and busty women is a given.
Whoa.
Coming
You
in
gotta
number
say it
9
like that.
is Demon Lord Retry. Yet another game creator stuck
That's
in his
a
own
good
creation.
one as well.
This man, however, pulled
But I'm
off
waiting for
what
season
not even a
2,
cheat
bro.
code
But
can
there's no.
achieve. He was
Why
reincarnated in the
does it
body
take
of the
so
demon
long?
lord of his game Infinity, and it's not
they
like
drop
how
the
in other
anime?
games when you finally unlock the main villain as a playable character, and it's a nerfed version of him.
This one
oh,
L
no.
underrated
This
anime,
demon
bro.
lord has all the powers and evil, world-shattering skills he had in the game, with the same devastating output preserved. And to put those skills to the test, he defeats a powerful opponent right off the bat, who is later discovered, to his surprise, to be the demon lord of this world he was sent to. And all he did was just use one of his main skills to one-shot it into oblivion. Yes, he is that broken. After saving the damsel in distress, they decide to travel together, with her being his guide to numerous cities and battles that await him there. With his powerful shield, flame pillar, whirlwinds, and many other skills, I can easily say no one is going to stand in his way. Coming in number 8 is Black Summoner.
He can transform
Kelvin is a
as
man
well.
who loves battles so much
This one
that
is
half
good
of the
too.
time he looks more like a villain than the protagonist.
The more I watch
He
this video, the more
transmigrated to the
the
world
more I
with no
realize that I
recollection of
really
his
watch a
previous
lot of
life, and
anime,
is
bro.
therefore looking to enjoy this world to the utmost
I
after
stopped
trading
watching
his
him
memories
lately,
for
bro. I'm too
skills,
busy, bro.
classes, and power-ups. He has
I need to
quite
get
the
back on
items and
Bleach.
skills in all
Get back
are
on
S-rank
everything,
classes,
actually.
each providing power unimaginable compared only to that of titans and gods. He is even able to summon the goddesses that brought him to his world in the first place. However, to do so, he needs huge amounts of mana and needs to level up as such. In battle, he is jacked up on adrenaline to the point you almost believe that you are no longer fighting a human but a killing machine. He isn't rash though, and enjoys setting up plans to destroy the opposition and tactics to defeat his enemies the fastest way possible. His class is registered as Green Mage at the Adventurers Guild because he was worried about standing out and attracting the wrong kind of attention when starting his journey in this world, even though he is later discovered and many epic battles take place due to that. Overall, he is a psycho when it comes to battle. He looks forward to them and he never loses.
love
So
fighting.
just don't push his buttons, okay? Coming in number 7 is The Familiar of Zero. The Familiar of Zero is
classic.
actually a really cool series, one of the classical isekai
This one is
genre
a
anime
classic,
if you
though.
wish, that is later connected in its verse to other shows,
Familiar.
but I digress. The show revolves around Zero and her human familiar, whom is unique to this world. Everyone was able to summon a familiar that varied from salamanders to measly frogs. However, Zero's familiar is quite fascinating, especially since he bears the legendary mark of familiars on his hand. He later on proves his strength when using a powerful talking enchanted sword to decimate another summoned familiar, proving just how powerful he is. At one point in the series, he even takes out a complete army on his own while making sure everyone else escapes to safety, giving it his all and not resting till everyone else was taken out first. Coming in at number 6 is Reincarnated as a Sword. Okay, screw this. Anime has gone too far with those ideas. What's next? I reincarnated into a bathroom.
This is not
Please,
even the
please, please,
worst, bro. I saw an anime where he got reincarnated as a fucking vending machine, bro. What the fuck is that? They're doing too much, bro. At this point, this is ridiculous.
Don't do
They
that,
gotta
man.
stop, bro.
Please,
They gotta stop.
don't,
Whoa.
don't.
Whoa. Merman. A beautiful merman. What guys? I don't know, but I love anime, man. Don't get me wrong, but Isekai, sometimes you guys are doing too much, but what the hell is this?
This guy reincarnated to another world, however, instead of reincarnating into, a person, he reincarnates into a sword. Not just any sword, oh no, that would be too boring. It is actually a sword that can communicate telepathically and move on its own.
At first when I watched the
telekinetically,
anime, I was
fighting monsters
like,
and
what the
using
fuck,
its
this is gonna be
numerous
weird,
powerful
but
skills. As if that wasn't broken and absurd on its own. They
you're
had to
gonna be
shove in
surprised
the
if you
cute
actually
little
watch
cat
it, but
girl
it's
that
actually
teams
not
up
that
with
bad. It's
said
actually
sword,
pretty
calling
good,
him
pretty decent
Shisho,
actually.
whose dream is to become the first
It
adventurer
sound a
of a
little bit
race,
goofy that
even
the
though
main
the
character is
reputation
a
is quite shit
sword,
to say
but
the
at the
least.
same
She
time,
teams up with a sword, and
when you
Shisho
think
in
about
turn
it,
promises to remain
the
by her
real
side
main
until
character is
she
probably
achieves
the
her
little
dream
girl
and
because
becomes a powerful
she
adventurer.
does have a
These two
character
are gonna face
development and
many
everything.
battles that they will either be too damn easy for, or
It's
they will
pretty
have their
good
asses
actually,
kicked in them. Here lies the excitement in
even though
figuring
it
which is
sounds
which.
goofy.
Coming in at number 5 is Brave Story. When 11-year-old Wataru's father
Never
leaves
heard
home
of
and his
this
mother
one.
is taken ill to the hospital, he decides to change his fate by traveling through the door shown to him by his friend Mitsuru. Wataru is transported to a magical world of adventure and magic, searching for the power to change destiny and change the fate of his friend as well as his mother. He will go to any heights on his adventures and treks in order to realize his vision. Things, however, take a dark turn after realizing just what kind of friend he is keeping in his company. Let's just say things are about to get heated up between these two.
Oh, when it comes time to muck a mammoth meal, just dial up Domino's to rally a rip up the road
Dumb.
and drop off a
Why is
pair of
that
piping
dumb?
pies. Count it as top pie. Everything
They're
about
good,
these
though.
beauties is top shelf from Z to AA. Domino's. Just send it, bud.
Just send it, bud.
Coming in number 4 is So I'm a Spider.
Yeah, that one
So
is
what?
weird too.
Remember how I said earlier I saw it all
Yeah,
with
this
the
one
sword
is
anime?
weird as
well,
fuck.
in this one, a class of students dies and they all reincarnate
This one is on the level of the vending machine main character, bro. Literally, bro. A spider? Come on,
in a
bro.
new world
They
as
gotta do
kings,
better.
noblemen, rich people, or powerful adventurers, and so forth. Except for this girl. She reincarnates as a freaking spider, and not just anywhere, in a dark and eerie cave. However, don't you dare and make the mistake of underestimating her just for being a spider. She is powerful as hell with the abilities she has and later on gains, and her children, they're no joke either. In just 2 years, she became to be known as a man-eating god and feared by everyone that dares to try to take her on. She even took out a complete battalion solo without difficulty, and that excludes all the powerful beings and monsters she outwitted and destroyed. Coming in number 3 is Tsukimichi,
Might watch it.
Moonlit Fantasy.
I don't know why,
This
but I
anime
just
has
feel
one of
like
the coolest
watching it.
concepts out there, and personally,
This
I
one is
enjoyed
good
it a
too.
lot. The main protagonist is practically treated like dirt and isn't granted a blessing by the goddess because he doesn't fit into her category and depiction of beauty. Too bad for her. He was still blessed by the god of the moon, Tsukimichi, as he descended to the ground, and it's not like he even needed his blessing. This human has enough mana and power to take out gods, a power he displays on many occasions. He befriends many monsters on his journey and even builds a secret village for them to thrive in away from the
Don't
eyes
be on
of
his
that
wrong
annoying
side,
goddess.
though.
He proves to be a thorn in her side, and even when she tries to kill him by teleporting to nowhere again and placing him in a handicap battle, he still managed to win that fight, not just taking out his adversaries, but also taking out half the goddess's army in the process, leaving a huge crater and pool as testament to the destructive power his attack possesses. Coming in at number 2 is The Eminence in Shadow. First glance, you might think that he is just another
Pretty good
average
too, but I didn't
guy
watch it, though.
and a student of the Magical Academy.
But I know he's a
During the
good
day,
one.
that's his persona.
I'm just not ready
Yes.
to watch it.
However, when night comes, he is a beast incarnate, or as he calls himself, Shadow. Even before he was reincarnated, he was such a powerful person thanks to his training in almost all kinds of martial arts that you can think of. However, his human bodily limitations stood as an obstacle in the face of achieving his dream. In this reincarnated life, however, with the presence of mana and magic, Sid is able to show his true power and training over the years. Rigorously until he achieved this level of power and skill, one of his most iconic ones is I Am Atomic, where he causes a huge explosion radius that destroys everything in its radius. Sid is powerful nonetheless, there is just too much you can do on your own. That is why he created a powerful organization called Shadow Garden, whose members' sole purpose is to fight and destroy the cult of Diablos, a supposed figment of his own mind, which is later proven
really
to
need to
actually
watch
exist
it, bro.
and
So
have
many people
nefarious
told me it was
ambitions for the
good.
world. And number 1
And I
goes
read the
to
manga as
That
well,
Time
so I
I
already
Got
know it's
Reincarnated
good.
as a slime. When talking about
That's just
power, the
not
last
enough
thing
time
that will
to
come to
watch
your
it.
mind is some slime, especially if you know your RPG slimes. overall are some of the weakest creatures when it comes to those games, and killing them is usually done as a part of a tutorial or something. However, in this show, the slimes are quite a broken race to say the least. In this world, they have the ability to absorb things almost infinitely.
Is that the demon
and swallow
lord that I
even
think about?
beings that are far stronger than them, which Rimuru does when he swallows up
Oh,
Veldora,
yeah, he
the
is.
disaster dragon.
I'm
Veldora was
waiting
such
for
a
the
powerful
next
being in that
this
verse that when
new season,
Rimuru
bro.
swallowed
New season
him,
gonna
Master
be
Yoda was
OP.
able to sense a disturbance in the force from the other galaxy, and the demon lords were concerned as to just how could a power
Of all the
signature
anime
as
that he
that
showed,
of
this one is
Veldora
the best.
simply disappear. As if
And,
swallowing Veldora wasn't enough, Rimuru then swallows the
and the other
strongest
one as
Esper
well.
to ever exist,
The second
Ifrit,
one.
the King of Fire, just as easily as he swallowed Veldora before him. And all that, mind you, was before Rimuru even got his human body or even became a demon lord, which in itself granted him immense, immeasurable power that upgraded his Devour skills into Gluttony, a much powerful skill of absorption with an
not
even
even
wider
human
distance,
anymore, he's a
and that
demon
was just
lord.
one of these skills that he possesses. I have done already many videos about just how powerful Rimuru is and his skill that he gained over the span of the series, manga, and light novel. You can check it out if you are interested with the details of how a simple slime became a demon lord and later on the Lord of Time itself. The link will be placed in the description below, so check it out. If you don't want to watch it, then here's a brief explanation of how Rimuru powers work. Ever since Veldora gave him a name and Rimuru was set on a journey to become the strongest being in the world he got reincarnated in. At first, he was nothing but a slime, and a leader of the goblins, ogres.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop here because right now he's just giving a reason. You know what I'm saying? He's just talking and telling you guys what's the anime like. And I already know that since I watched it already. So yeah. Damn, it was pretty good list actually. It was pretty good, pretty decent. I really need, yeah, I really need to watch it though. Shadow, yo,
He is
really
a
need to
beast
watch
incarnate,
this.
or